Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking every single Dark Matter card currently in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM from worst to best, not including WNBA cards. So Angel Reese, I think Tamika Catching, Sabrina Ionescu, those types of cards that are already in the game that are Dark Matters, Caitlin Clark as well, they're not included on this list. But this is all the NBA players that are Dark Matter cards currently in my team from worst to best. There are 17 different cards, but 16 different players because obviously there's 2 Westbrooks as the season 4 level 40. I thought this was a good time. 16 different players is probably about the perfect amount for a worst to best. So thought this would be a good time to knock this video out. And yeah, we're going to do this one today. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first and worst of these cards is Joe Dumars, a 6'3" point guard who does have great stats and badges, but is a 6'3" point guard with a not very good jump shot. Doesn't have great SIGs either by any means. I wouldn't say they're absolutely atrocious, but I wouldn't say they're particularly good. In all honesty, I think this card is very mid. Despite having great stats and great badges, I do not think in practice that he moves that well, has that great of a jumper, or has that great a size or player build to actually be that good of a card. Another card who also has amazing stats and badges, but is not very good either, is Walt Frazier. Jumper on this card sucks. Similar to Dumars, he's a little bigger. His jumper stinks though as well. I think defensively he's amazing. He's got great speed, great shooting, even solid slashing ability, but unfortunately, again, his jumper just isn't any good, and I think that does kind of kill this card. So both him and Dumars are pretty terrible. I think they're definitely the 2 worst for sure. Next up is going to be Damian Lillard, who honestly is pretty fun. He's actually smaller than both Walt and Dumars, but a better jumper than both of them, better movement than both of them. Great slasher, great shooter, great speed, and solid defensively as well. Very good jump shot. Fun to use, but not elite is how I would describe Damian Lillard. Obviously, these Dark Matters are all great, so it's a little difficult to rank them, but I think these are definitely the bottom 3 for sure. And then next up is going to be Rick Barry, who's also pretty darn mid. 6'7" with 6'11" wingspan at small forward, is not elite size. Stat and badge wise, he's very well rounded and very complete, but his jumper is not great. His SIGs are pretty underwhelming. That Horford upper kind of kills what is actually a good base on his jump shots. He's just not that good of a card either. And then also after that, for the same reason, is Michael Jordan. I know MJ's one of the greatest 2 players of all time, but in my team, less Hoff badges for sure than all these other Dark Matters for one. Stat and badge wise, he's insane. He's got Kemba escape, but his shot sucks. It really is that simple. Even on quick, his shot sucks. And if his shot was good, I think he'd be a very good card, even with less Hall of Fame badges than a lot of these other options. Would actually be a pretty solid option, but unfortunately, MJ's jumper stinks. So he's towards the bottom of this list as well. Now we start getting into the actually good cards. I feel like Amar'e is the first legitimately good card on this list. He's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, 7'2" wingspan, 93 speed, 93, 95 standing, and 99 driving dunk. Defensively, an absolute stud, besides a little bit of a lower 3-ball steal rating, which I don't think really kills him at all. Elite finisher, but also incredible shooting badges. Hoff lightning launch, great defender as well. This is legitimately a very solid card. Now, his jumper is still not amazing, and I think that is a valid criticism, but he is a very good card. He is a very solid option at the power forward position, and I think he is the first like legitimately good card on this list. Next up is going to be Karl Malone, who has a lot to like about him, but in all honesty, his jumper's not that great. He's 97 speed, 92.3, incredible finisher, incredibly athletic, great defender. I mean, he's an awesome card for a small forward in terms of the stats, badges, and size that he provides. Even has Jimmy Butler escape as well, so a little bit more movement ability than you would expect. But in all honesty, his jumper, again, kind of on the baited side, and I think does hold him back a bit. While the stats and badges are awesome, I thought this card was going to be the best Dark Matter hidden gem when he initially came out. I do not think that is the case. There are a few guys who are definitely better than Moses, including Dark Matter George Gervin, who's next up on this list, and Gervin's legitimately good. He's 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, very good jumper, great slasher, well-rounded defender, really good card. Doesn't have insane SIGs or anything like that, but he's fast, he's got a good jumper, he's got a solid dribble style, he's got a good behind the back as well. Garland behind the back isn't bad, and I mean, just overall, he's a really nice option. I think he's a guy who, I mean, his Opal's good, his Dark Matter is great. I think he's very, very, very good. Next up is going to be Moses Malone, who I really, really like 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, 92 speed, 95 standing, and 98 driving dunk. Defensively, an absolute menace. But in all honesty, I mean, even him, his stats and values are insane. His defense is phenomenal. His finishing is elite. He's not huge at 6'10". He doesn't have a massive player build. And honestly, his jumper is good, but not insane. I think it's smooth. I think it's easy to green. I think I like it a little more than Karl Malone's jumper, but just because the upper's better, but it's the same base. I think he's a very good card. I just think there are still definitely some better options at the Dark Matter tier than Moses Malone. And then you get to the final of the the Dark Matter Hidden Gems, which actually might be a little bit of a surprise, but I think Dominique is the best of these Dark Matter Hidden Gems. He is 6'8" with a 6'10" wingspan, 97 speed, 92 99 driving dunk, defensively very good as well. And what I love about Dominique, he's 6'8" at the 2, so he's got great size at his position. He's also got a good escape. He's got the Curry slide, which is elite, and he's got a very smooth, easy jumper, plus he's an incredible slasher. Is the shot incredibly fast? No, but it is solid enough. I think he's very, very good, and I do think he is probably the best. Although, again, you could pretty much say between Neek, Moses, George Gervin, and Karl Malone, all four of those guys are great, and I think you could kind of argue any of them at the top of this group, but those are definitely the four best of the group. Next up is going to be, I'm going to go Russell Westbrook here. I was tempted to have Russ a spot or two higher, but I am going to go Russ here. At 6'4" with a 6'8" wingspan, he's legitimately an elite point guard. He's one of the best 5-point guards in the game for sure. He's incredibly fast. He gets awesome defensive animations, has a really nice player build. 99 dunk, 96 3. Jumper is so much better than last year. So smooth and easy and not slow, honestly, either. He is such a good option. But I think it is completely realistic to criticize him a little bit because he's a little small. That's really the one thing that I think is to his detriment a little bit. As good as he is, there are a lot of good Dark Matters left on this list. Everybody else on this list is absolutely elite. And I think Russ being only here a little bit, what is he at? Like 7 or 6 on this list, something like that. Definitely a very, very, very high level card nonetheless. Number 5 is going to be Carmelo and I'm going to be honest, it's basically a tie. I'm going to go Kawhi Leonard. I'm going to go Kawhi instead of Carmelo. Carmelo's coming up next. 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan. Carmelo just has a better jumper than Kawhi, in my opinion. That's probably the reason. Kawhi actually might move a little better. His escape is solid. Carmelo's is probably better, but he's got his own behind the back as well, and he's an incredible defender. I really think you could go either way between Kawhi and Carmelo. They are basically tied, in my opinion. They're both awesome cards. I think I'm going to go Kawhi one spot lower than Carmelo because Carmelo gives me a little more scoring, I think, with his jump shot. Maybe a little more finishing in terms of animations and stuff like that as well. And also an incredible defender in his own right, although he's not quite as elite as Kawhi is. You could really go either way with those guys. They're very, very similar. They're both elite. But I think putting them here is right. Then you got the top three best options. Number 3 is going to be Tim Duncan, who came out this past weekend in the Beasts drop. This card is awesome. 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, 93 speed, 95 standing and driving dunk, defensively amazing, and he's got his release on very quick now, which is a huge, huge plus. Timmy D is an extremely elite option at the power forward position, especially with that jump shot being sped up. And I think he's one of the best power forward. I mean, I think he's the best power forward in the game. I don't think he's one of the best power forwards in the game. I think he is the best power forward in the game. And he's a guy who I think everybody realistically would love to run. But unfortunately, he's so expensive. Like, these top guys are just so expensive, you can't really get them. Timmy D's, what, $3 million MT or so? Maybe even a little more than that. Still, I don't know exactly how much he's going for. He was even higher priced than that when he first came out. LaMelo Ball is going to be my number 2, another guy who's basically completely unattainable realistically, as much as I'd like him to be. Obviously, you can't get him anymore anyways, but you couldn't, even when he initially came out, really get him very easily without spending like $1,000. That's how expensive this card was going to cost. Like, it's absolutely insane how expensive some of these guys are, and LaMelo is absolutely in that category. That being said, the stats and values on this card are unbelievable. He's super well rounded for a 6'7" point guard especially. He defends his butt off, and he's so fast. He feels so quick with the ball in his hands. That's another area that I think makes this card really, really glitchy. Definitely a great option all the way around. I think he's an awesome, awesome card, and I think he does deserve to be pretty high up on this list, and we got him at number 2. That being said, even though I think LaMelo is probably the second best point guard in the game, and that's only behind Hoodie Melo GOAT card, he's the best Dark Matter point guard, I think LeBron is the best Dark Matter in the game. 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, does everything insanely well. LaThanos is, I mean, he's unbelievable. And honestly, the best part about Bron for me is that his jumper is just so good this year. So good. He has such an easy, smooth shot. It's the best bronze shot, honestly, has probably ever been in my team. It's just so consistent and easy, and I think it really does elevate this card in a lot of ways and make him, in my opinion at least, the best dark matter in the game right now. That is going to do it for this list. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.